In the twilight of history, where the sands of time conceal truths older than memory, the echoes of lost worlds call to those who dare to listen. Beneath crumbling stones and silent seas, the undiscovered enigmas pulse with secrets, each a whisper from a forgotten age. Tonight, we journey to the cradle of civilization, where a tower of clay once reached for the heavens. In the sun-scorched plains of Iraq, the Eridu Ziggurat stands, its weathered steps a testament to humanity's first gods. But what mysteries lie buried in its ancient heart? Eridu Ziggurat, Iraq's cradle of gods. In the parched expanse of southern Iraq, where the Euphrates once cradled the birth of civilization, rise the weathered remains of Eridu, a city revered as the oldest in Sumerian lore. At its heart stands the Eridu Ziggurat, a stepped pyramid of mud brick built around 5400 to 2100 BC. Its tiers a stairway to the divine. This ancient structure, dedicated to Enki, god of wisdom and water, was a spiritual pulse of a people who forged writing, law, and urban life. Yet its origins, construction, and the rituals it housed remain veiled in mystery. How did a fledgling society erect such a monument? Was it a temple, a cosmic axis, or a symbol of power? As we tread Eridu's crumbling slopes, the ziggurat weaves a tale of faith, ambition, and a past that shaped the world, urging us to uncover truth baked in Mesopotamia's sacred clay. Eridu, 12 miles south of modern-day Sigiriya, was a Sumerian hub from 5400 BC, its marshes teeming with fish and reeds. The ziggurat, excavated in the 1940s by Fuad Safar, stood 30 feet high, with a 200 by 150-foot base, though erosion has reduced it to a mound. Built in layers over 3,000 years, it began as a small shrine, expanding under kings like Urnenmu around 2100 BC. Mud bricks, baked with straw, formed its core, faced with glazed tiles in blue and red, now faded. Radiocarbon dating of charcoal confirms its antiquity, while cuneiform tablets praise Enki's House of the Deep. The ziggurat's collapse by 1700 BCE aligns with Eridu's decline, leaving its purpose debated. The Sumerians, Semitic pioneers of cuneiform, built Eridu as a sacred center, their myths claiming it as the first city created by gods. The ziggurat, one of Mesopotamia's earliest, influenced Ur and Babylon's towers. No human remains or altars survive, unlike Tikal's graves, but fish offerings and clay figurines suggest rituals to Enki. The structure's 7 tiers, possibly symbolizing cosmic levels, were climbed by priests, their ceremonies lost to time. Eridu's abandonment, marked by silted canals, hints at environmental or political collapse, but why its ziggurat was left to crumble is unclear. The central mystery is the ziggurat's purpose and construction. Its scale required 500,000 bricks, molded by hand and dried in the sun, a feat for a population of 5,000. Workers used reed baskets to haul clay, with ramps or upper tiers, but no tools, wooden levers, bronze picks, survive. The ziggurat's alignment with equinoxes, noted in 2019 surveys, suggests astronomical roles, perhaps tracking floods. Most scholars, like Gwendolyn Leake, see it as a temple linking earth to heaven, with priests offering barley and dates. Others, like Thorkild Jacobson, propose political motives, with kings using it to unify tribes. Fringe theories suggest a pre-Sumerian origin, citing deep foundations, but stratigraphy ties it to Eridu's growth. Archaeological clues are sparse. Excavations reveal 18 building phases, with earlier shrines beneath, dated to 5400 BCE. Pottery sherds, styled in Abaid ware and obsidian from Anatolia show trade, but no inscriptions detail builders. Chemical analysis of bricks traces clay to local marshes, while silt layers confirm flooding by 2000 BCE, supporting decline theories. Ground-penetrating radar, used in 2021, detects buried platforms, but Iraq's unrest halts digs, with 70% of Eridu unexplored. The ziggurat's erosion, worsened by wind, obscures reliefs, leaving rituals to imagination. Theories about Eridu's fall vary. Lake sediment cores from 2020 show drought by 2200 BCE. Silting canals, while cuneiform laments describe invasions by Gudians. Overpopulation, with Eridu housing 10,000 by 2500 BCE. Strained resources, as fish bones indicate overfishing. Yet the ziggurat's sanctity, praise and hymns, suggest deliberate preservation, not neglect. Local Bedouin tales, recorded in the 19th century, call Eridu a city of spirits, but offer no history, blending myth with dust. Modern threats loom large. Iraq's wars, from 2003 to ISIS's 2014 rampage, looted 30% of Eridu's artifacts, with bricks sold online. UNESCO's 2016 World Heritage status for nearby Uruk draws aid, but Eridu's remoteness limits funds. Climate change, desertification, and floods erodes bricks, while a 2024 sandstorm buried paths. Non-invasive drones map the site, but sacred tribal lands restrict excavation, balancing heritage with tradition. Conservation, using mud plaster, slows decay, but only 10% of the ziggurat is stabilized. Eridu's global significance lies in its primacy. The ziggurat, predating Egypt's pyramids, marks humanity's urban dawn. Its tiers a blueprint for Babylon. Its link to Enki, revered in Gilgamesh's epic, ties it to Western myths, while engineering rivals Knossos' frescoes. For Iraqis, Eridu is a cultural root, its mound on murals, a symbol of Sumer soul. The mystery of its purpose, echoing Sintashta's walls, challenges our view of early faith, a relic of devotion in clay. Science seeks answers. In 2025, LiDAR revealed hidden ramps, suggesting 20 years construction, while isotopic analysis of shells traces diets to marshes, confirming local labor. AI-driven modeling reconstructs the ziggurat's tiers, but rituals remain speculative. Locals, guarding the site, see Eridu as ancestors' prayer, their pride fueling rituals, their fires under starry skies, a gnawed Enki's deep. As Eridu Ziggurat fades into Iraq's sands, its clay steps whispering of ancient gods, it weaves a tale of awe and mystery, urging us to honor a past that built heaven from earth. Its silent tears, a ladder unbroken, speak of a purpose unsolved, a shrine to a people who birthed civilization. But other enigmas beckon, their whispers rising from distant lands. In the jungles of Cambodia, a temple of stone stands, its spires guarding the dreams of a kingdom carved in eternity. Angkor Wat, Cambodia's celestial temple. In the lush jungles of northern Cambodia, where vines embrace ancient stone, stands Angkor Wat, a 12th century CE masterpiece of the Khmer Empire. Spanning 400 acres, this temple complex, built under King Suryavarman II, is the world's largest religious monument, its 5 lotus-like towers mirroring Mount Meru, the Hindu cosmic axis, carved with intricate bas-reliefs of gods, warriors, and apsaras. Its sandstone walls blend Hindu and Buddhist devotion, yet its construction, astronomical precision, and sudden decline remain enigmatic. How did the Khmer craft such grandeur? Was it a temple, a tomb, or a celestial map? As we tread Angkor's sacred courts, the temple weaves a tale of faith, genius, and a past that echoes in Cambodia's jungle heart. urging us to uncover truth etched in eternal stone. Angkor Wat, near modern Siem Reap, was a Khmer capital's spiritual core built around 1113 to 1150 CE. Its moat, 600 feet wide, encloses a 1-mile square complex with 2 million tons of sandstone quarried 30 miles away. The temple's central tower rises 213 feet, flanked by galleries depicting the Ramayana and Mahabharata. Radiocarbon dating of wooden beams confirms its age, while inscriptions praise Suryavarman's divine rule. Abandoned by 1431 CE after Ayutthaya sacking, it remained a Buddhist shrine, rediscovered by French explorers in the 1860s. Excavations, led by Yefio since 1908, uncover only 50% of the site, with jungle and landmines slowing progress. The Khmer, Austroasiatic masters of Southeast Asia, ruled from 802 to 1431 CE, their empire stretching to Vietnam. Angkor Wat's builders used elephants, rafts, and rollers to haul stone, carving with iron chisels. The temple symmetry, aligned to equinoxes, reflects Vedic cosmology, but no plan survive, unlike Eridu's tablets. Its decline, marked by looted statues, aligns with drought and invasion, yet its partial use by monks puzzle scholars. The site's preservation, owed to sandstone's durability, contrasts with Knossos' frescoes, but humidity erodes reliefs. The central mystery is Angkor Wat's purpose and construction. Building required 300,000 workers over 37 years, shaping 5 million blocks with precision. Joints fit within millimeters. Stones, floated down the Siem Reap River, were hoisted by bamboo scaffolds, but how the Khmer surveyed a 400-acre grid without modern tools is unclear. Most scholars, like Eleanor Manicka, see it as a Hindu temple, its towers symbolizing Meru and bas-reliefs guiding devotees. Others, like Vittorio Rovida, suggest a royal mausoleum, with Suryavarman's ashes entombed, though no crypt exists. The temple's 1,200 star carvings, mapping Draco's constellation, hint at an observatory, but why it faces west, unlike Hindu norms, is debated. Fringe theories propose a pre-Khmer origin, sighting scale, but inscriptions tie it to Suryavarman. Archaeological clues are tantalizing. Excavations reveal ceramic jars, bronze Buddhas, and silk traces dated to 1100 to 1200 CE, confirming Khmer wealth. Chemical analysis of sandstone traces quarries to Phnom Kulen, while mortarless joints show polishing with abrasives. Associated moat sediments with lotus pollen suggest ritual purity, but no human remains clarify function, unlike Santashta's graves. LiDAR surveys since 2012 map hidden canals, revealing a 1,000-acre city, but 60% remains buried. The reliefs, 1.2 miles long, depict 20,000 figures, yet their narrative, myth, or history resists full decoding. Theories about Angkor's decline vary. Lake cores from 2020 show drought by 1400 CE, drying reservoirs, while Thai chronicles describe 1,431 sack. Overpopulation, with 1 million in Angkor, strained rice fields, as skeletal malnutrition suggests. Deforestation, evidenced by charcoal, weakened hydraulics, but the temple's sanctity spared it total ruin. Some, like Roland Fletcher, argue internal strife, elite revolts, hasten collapse, yet Buddhist monks' presence implies continuity. Local Khmer tales, recorded in the 19th century, call Angkor a city of gods, but offer no false cause, blending legend with loss. Modern threats loom. Tourism, with 2.6 million visitors yearly, cracks stones, while looting 30% of statues gone since 1970s. feeds black markets. UNESCO's 1992 World Heritage Status aids restoration, but Cambodia's poverty limits funds. Climate change, monsoons, and heat erodes reliefs, with a 2024 flood damaging galleries. Non-invasive drones map terraces, but sacred Buddhists use restricts digs, balancing faith with science. Conservation, using lime sealant, stabilizes towers, but 20% of bas-reliefs risk fading. Angkor Wat's global significance lies in its grandeur. Rivaling Notre Dame or Taj Mahal, it proves Khmer ingenuity. Its hydraulics a model for sustainable cities. Its Hindu-Buddhist fusion, unlike Eridu Ziggurat, bridges faiths, while art inspires Thai and Balinese temples. For Cambodians, Angkor is a national soul, its towers on flags, a symbol of resilience. The mystery of its purpose, echoing Gnosis' frescoes, captivates, a relic of cosmic ambition. Science seeks answers. In 2025, hyperspectral imaging revealed hidden reliefs, depicting battles, while isotopic analysis of stone traces river routes, confirming logistics. AI-driven mapping aligns towers with Orion, supporting astronomical theories, but rituals remain speculative. Locals, praying at shrines, see Angkor as divine, their pride fueling festivals. Their chants under spires a nod to eternity. As Angkor Wat's towers pierce Cambodia's dawn, their stone gods gazing through jungle mist, they weave a tale of splendor and mystery, urging us to honor a past that carved heaven from earth. Their silent reliefs, a saga unbroken, speak of a purpose unsolved, a temple to a kingdom's celestial dream. But other enigmas beckon, their whispers rising from distant lands. In the cliffs of Jordan, a city of rock stands, its rose-red facades guarding the secrets of a desert dynasty. Petra's rock-cut architecture, Jordan's desert mirage. In the sun-scorched gorges of southern Jordan, where the Wadi Musa winds through towering cliffs, lies Petra, the rose-red capital of the Nabatean kingdom. Carved into sandstone between 300 BCE and 100 CE, its rock-cut architecture, tombs, temples, and theaters, blazes with Hellenistic splendor, none more iconic than the treasury Al-Khazna, its 130-foot facade portal to a lost world. A trade hub for frankincense and myrrh, Petra thrived, yet its origins, engineering, and sudden decline remain enigmatic. How did nomads sculpt such intricate monuments? Were these facades tombs, shrines, or symbols of power? As we tread Petra's sick, the city weaves a tale of wealth, mystery, and a past that glows in Jordan's desert heart, urging us to uncover a truth chiseled in stone. Petra, 150 miles south of Amman, was a Nabatean stronghold, controlling caravan routes from Arabia to Rome. The treasury, carved top-down into a cliff, features Corinthian columns and urns, while a monastery, Ad-Dar, and royal tombs span canyons. Over 800 structures, 80% rock-cut, were crafted with iron chisels and pulleys, dated via pottery to 300 BC, 100 CE. Rediscovered in 1812 by Johann Burckhardt, Petra's excavation, led by Jordan's Antiquities Department, uncovers only 20% of the site, with sand and politics slowing progress. Inscriptions in Nabatean Aramaic praise kings like Aretas IV, but no blueprint survive, unlike Angkor's reliefs. The Nabateans, Arab nomads turned traders, mastered desert survival, channeling water through 120 miles of channels. Petra housed 20,000, its wealth, gold and spices, funding rock-cut marvels. The city's fall, after Rome's 106 CE annexation and trade shifts, left it a ghost town by 700 CE, preserved by aridity. No human remains clarify builders, but tombs with banquet halls suggest ancestor worship. The architecture's Hellenistic style, blending Greek and Persian motifs, hints at cultural fusion, yet its cliff-bound isolation defies urban norms. The central mystery is how Petra's facades were built and their purpose. Carving the treasury, removing 7,000 cubic meters of sandstone, required 200 workers over years, using scaffolds and rope grids. The stone softness aided chisels, but precision, columns aligned within centimeters, implies lost tools or techniques. Most scholars, like Judith Mackenzie, see the facade as tombs, their niches for elite burials, as Nabatean texts mention eternal houses. Others, like Leila Nema, propose religious roles, with the treasury as a shrine to Dushrah, the Nabatean god. Its urn a ritual focus. The theater, seating 8,000, suggests civic use, but why carve into cliffs, not build freestanding, is unclear. Fringe theories claim pre-Nabatean origins, sighting scale, but stratigraphy ties Petra to 300 BCE. Archaeological clues are sparse. Excavations uncover ceramics, Roman coins, and bitumen from the Dead Sea, confirming trade. Chemical analysis of sandstone traces local quarries, while tool marks show top-down carving, risking collapse. Associated cisterns with clay linings stored 40 million gallons, but no workshops explain craftsmanship, unlike Eridu's kills. LiDAR since 2016 maps 1,000 unexcavated tombs, but 70% of Petra lies buried. The 6 paving with chariot ruts and aqueducts show engineering, yet the facade's function, burial or ritual, remains debated. Theories about Petra's decline vary. Sediments from 2020 show floods by 400 CE, clogging channels, while Roman records note trade rerouting via Palmyra. Overpopulation strained water, as reservoir silt suggests, but no battle scars imply peaceful abandonment. Some, like Glenn Corbett, argue cultural shifts. Christianity's rise by 350 CE, dim Nabatean rites, with churches built atop tombs. Local Bedouin tales, recorded in the 19th century, call Petra a city of jinn, but offer no false cause, blending myth with sand. Modern threats endanger Petra. Tourism, with 1 million visitors yearly, erodes paths, while looting 20% of artifacts lost since 1980s, feeds markets. UNESCO's 1985 World Heritage status aids, but Jordan's conflicts limit funds. Climate change, flash floods, cracks facades, with a 2024 deluge damaging the sick. Non-invasive drones map cliffs, but Bedouin lands restrict digs, balancing heritage with tradition. Conservation, using resin, stabilizes sandstone, but 30% of reliefs risk fading. Petra's global significance lies in its artistry. Rivaling Angkor Wat spires, it proves Nabatean genius, its water system a model for arid cities. Its Hellenistic fusion, unlike Eridu Ziggurat, bridges east and west, influencing Islamic arches. For Jordanians, Petra is a national soul, its treasury on currency, a symbol of resilience. The mystery of its facades, echoing Narcissus frescoes, captivates, a relic of desert ambition. Science seeks answers. In 2025, 3D photogrammetry revealed hidden niches, suggesting more tombs, while isotopic analysis of bitumen traces trade routes. AI-driven modeling reconstructs the treasury's carving, estimating 3 years, but labor, potentially 10% of Petra's population, defies records. Locals, guiding tourists, see Petra as ancestors' pride, their stories under starlit cliffs a nod to eternity. As Petra's facades glow in Jordan's dusk, their rose-red columns whispering of caravan kings, they weave a tale of splendor and mystery, urging us to honor a past that carved empire from rock. Their silent urns, a riddle unbroken, speak of a purpose unsolved, a mirage of a people who tamed the desert. But other enigmas beckon, their whispers rising from distant lands. In the Highlands of Scotland, a circle of stone stands, its ancient pillars guarding the secrets of a starlit tribe. Callanish Stones, Scotland's starlit circle. On the rugged Isle of Lewis, where the Atlantic's roar meets Scotland's wild moors, stands the Callanish Stones, a Neolithic monument erected around 3000 to 2600 BCE. This cruciform arrangement of 50 nice slabs, centered by a 16-foot monolith, forms a 400-foot complex, its stones hauled from quarries miles away. Older than Stonehenge, Callanish aligns with lunar cycles, its avenues framing the moon's rare standstill every 18.6 years. Yet its builder's purpose and sudden abandonment remain enigmatic. Were these stones a temple, an observatory, or a marker of sacred time? As we stand within Callanish's circle, the stones weave a tale of mystery, faith, and a past that hums in Scotland's windswept heart, urging us to uncover a truth carved in starlit stone. Callanish, near Loughrogue, was a hub for Neolithic farmers, its peat bogs preserving their legacy. Excavated in the 1850s by James Matheson, the site includes a central circle 43 feet wide, with avenues and rows forming a Celtic cross. The stones, some weighing 10 tons, were erected with wooden levers and ropes, dated via charcoal to 3000 BCE. No inscriptions exist, unlike Petra's facades, but pottery and hearths suggest rituals. Abandoned by 1500 BCE, buried under peat, Callanish was rediscovered in 1857, with 80% excavated, though nearby sites, Callanish 2 and 3, remain unexplored due to flooding. The builders, pre-Celtic farmers, grew barley and herded cattle, their culture linked to Orkney's Scarab Ray. Callanish's lunar alignment, confirmed by 1980 surveys, tracks the moon's southernmost rise, a feat requiring decades of observation. The site's isolation, far from trade routes, contrasts with Angkor's wealth, yet its scale implies a unified community. No human remains clarified use, but animal bones, deer, sheep, hint at offerings. The stone's abandonment, with some toppled, aligns with climate cooling, but why the site was left to peat is unclear. The central mystery is the stone's purpose and construction. Erecting a 10-ton slab required 50 workers, using earth ramps, a year per stone. The gneiss, quarried 3 miles away, was dragged over bogs, with no wheel or beast, a logistical puzzle. The circle's precision, aligned within 1 degree of lunar events, suggests advanced astronomy, yet no tools survive, unlike Petra's chisels. Most scholars, like Aubrey Burrell, see Callanish as a ritual site, its avenues guiding lunar ceremonies, perhaps for fertility or death rites. Others, like Alexander Thom, propose an observatory, with stones as sightlines for equinoxes. The central monolith's shadow, mimicking a pregnant figure at lunar standstill, hints at goddess worship, but no figurines confirm this. Fringe theories suggest alien aid, citing precision, but tool marks prove human effort. Archaeological clues are limited. Excavations uncover beaker pottery and quartz scatters, dated to 2800 BCE, suggesting feasts. Soil analysis traces gneiss to local outcrops, while peat cores show forests decline by 2000 BCE, supporting climate theories. Associated cairns with cremated bones imply burials, but their link to the circle is vague, unlike Eridu shrines. Ground-penetrating radar, used in 2022, detects buried slabs, but wet soils hinder digs, with 60% of the complex unmapped. The stone's weathering with lichen growth obscures carvings, if any existed. Theories about Callanish's abandonment vary. Pollen data from 2020 show colder, wetter climates by 1500 BCE, reducing crops, while bog expansion buried stones, as peat layers confirm. Cultural shifts, with Beaker people arriving, may have altered rites, but no conflict scars appear, unlike Sintashta's burns. Some, like you and Mackie, argue migration to mainland Scotland, yet nearby villages persisted. Local Hebridean tales, recorded in the 19th century, call Callanish a giant's dance, but offer no history, blending myth with mist. Modern threats loom. Tourism, with 50,000 visitors yearly, erodes paths, while vandalism, 10% of stones graffitied since 1990s, defaces slabs. UNESCO's tentative listing urges protection, but Scotland's budget prioritizes urban sites. Climate change, storms and rising seas, floods bogs, with a 2024 gale toppling a stone. Non-invasive magnetometry maps avenues, but sacred Gaelic lands limit excavation, balancing heritage with tradition. Conservation, using resin, stabilizes bases, but 20% of stones risk cracking. Callanish's global significance lies in its antiquity. Predating Stonehenge, it proves Neolithic astronomy, its lunar focus unique against Petra's trade. Its cruciform design, echoed in Celtic crosses, influences Christian art, while its mystery rivals Angkor spires. For Scots, Callanish is a cultural root. Its stones are murals, a symbol of Lewis's soul. The enigma of its purpose, echoing Eridu Ziggurat, captivates, a relic of starlit devotion. Science seeks answers. In 2025, LiDAR revealed hidden cairns, suggesting a larger complex, while isotopic analysis of bones traces diets of fish, confirming local labor. AI-driven modeling aligns stones with regolith, but rituals remain speculative. Locals, hosting solstice rites, see Callanish as ancestors' gaze, their pride fueling festivals, their fires under moonlit stones a nod to eternity. As Callanish's stones stand in Scotland's dusk, their nice faces catching the moon's pale glow, they weave a tale of awe and mystery, urging us to honor a past that mapped the heavens in rock. Their silent circle, a starlit vow, speaks of a purpose unsolved, a shrine to a people who dance with the skies. But other enigmas beckon, their whispers rising from distant lands. In the plains of Turkey, a temple of pillars stands, its carved stones guarding the dawn of human worship. Göbekli Tepe, Turkey's dawn of worship. In the sun-baked hills of southeastern Turkey, where the Taurus Mountains cradle the cradle of civilization, lies Göbekli Tepe, a 9600 BCE sanctuary that rewrites human history. This Neolithic site, with its T-shaped limestone pillars adorned with carvings of animals, humans, and gods, is the world's oldest known temple, predating Stonehenge by 6,000 years. Built by hunter-gatherers, its 20 circles, some 65 feet wide, defy notions of prehistoric simplicity. Yet its purpose, builders, and sudden burial remain enigmatic. Was a shrine, a star map, or a gathering for a lost rite? As we stand among Göbekli's pillars, the site weaves a tale of awe, mystery, and a past that reshapes our origins, urging us to uncover a truth carved in Turkey's ancient earth. Göbekli Tepe, near Sanliurfa, was discovered in 1994 by Klaus Schmidt. Its 60 pillars, some 20 feet tall, excavated across 22 acres. Weighing up to 10 tons, the stones quarried on site, were shaped with flint tools and erected in pits. Carvings depict lions, snakes, and anthropomorphic figures, while one pillar bears a vulture stone, possibly a death symbol. Radiocarbon dating of charcoal places construction at 9600 to 8600 BCE, with deliberate burial by 800 BCE. Only 5% of the site is excavated, with Turkey's unrest slowing work since 2015. No inscriptions exist, unlike Petra's text, but hearts and bones suggest rituals. The builders, pre-agricultural nomads, lack pottery or writing, yet their art rivals Callanish's stones. Göbekli scale, requiring 500 workers, implies social complexity, challenging hunter-gatherer stereotypes. The site's hilltop, visible for miles, drew tribes with tools from Syria and Iraq, showing regional ties. No permanent homes exist, unlike Eridu City, suggesting seasonal use. The burial, with 100,000 cubic meters of earth, preserved the pillars but hid their purpose, while abandonment aligns with farming's rise, leaving the site's end a puzzle. The central mystery is Göbekli's purpose and construction. Erecting a 10-ton pillar took 100 workers months, using levers and ramps without wheels. The carvings, etched with obsidian, required years, yet no workshop survive. Most scholars, like Schmidt, see it as a religious center, its pillars as deities or ancestors with animal motifs, foxes, cranes, symbolizing clans. Others, like Ian Hodder, propose a social hub, uniting tribes for feasts, as boar bones suggest. The site's alignment with Sirius, noted in 2020, hints at astronomy, but no lenses or scopes existed. Why bury it? Some argue ritual closure, others looting fears, but no damage supports this. Fringe theories claim alien origins, citing scale, but tool marks confirm human craft. Archaeological clues are sparse. Excavations uncover flint blades, grinding stones, and 100,000 animal bones, 90% wild, dated to 9000 BCE, indicating hunts. Chemical analysis of limestone traces local quarries, while soil layers show no flooding, ruling out natural burial. Associating closures with smaller pillars suggests expansion, but no burials clarify users, unlike Sintashta's graves. Ground-penetrating radar, used in 2023, detects 15 unexcavated circles, but 90% lies buried. The carving style, unique to the region, lacks parallels, deepening the enigma. Theories about Göbekli's role vary. Pollen cores from 2021 show forest cover, supporting large gatherings, but farming's rise by 800 BC may have shifted priorities, as wheat traces appear. Social stress, with tribes competing, could explain burial, yet no conflict scars exist. Some, like David Lewis Williams, suggest shamanic rites, with pillars as spirit portals, but no drug residues confirm this. Local Kurdish tales, recorded in the 20th century, call Göbekli a hill of gods, but offer no history, blending myth with stone. Modern threats loom. Tourism, with 100,000 visitors yearly, erodes paths while looting 10% of artifacts lost since 2000, feeds markets. UNESCO's 2018 World Heritage status aids, but Turkey's focus on urban sites limits funds. Climate change, droughts and rains, cracks pillars, with a 2024 flood damaging enclosures. Non-invasive magnetometry map circles, but sacred tribal lands restrict digs, balancing heritage with tradition. Conservation, using resin, stabilizes stones, but 20% risk collapse. Göbekli's global significance lies in its antiquity. Predating Egypt's pyramids, it proves early complexity, its art rivaling Petra's facades. Its ritual role, unlike Callanish's astronomy, reshapes views of prehistory, suggesting faith drove society. For Turks, Göbekli is a cultural root. Its pillars are murals, a symbol of Anatolia's soul. The mystery of its burial, echoing Eridu Ziggurat, captivates, a relic of primal worship. Science seeks answers. In 2025, LiDAR revealed hidden reliefs depicting comets, while isotopic analysis of bones traces diets to game, confirming nomadism. AI-driven modeling estimates 50 years construction, but labor, potentially 1,000 people, defies sparse remains. Locals, guarding the site, see Göbekli as ancestors' prayer, their pride fueling rituals, their fires under starry hills a nod to eternity. As Göbekli Tepe's pillars rise from Turkey's dawn, their carved beasts gazing through time's veil, they weave a tale of faith and mystery, urging us to honor a past that birthed worship in stone. Their silent rings of vow unbroken speak of purpose unsolved, a shrine to a people who touch the divine. But other enigmas beckon, their whispers rising from distant lands. In the valleys of Mexico, a pyramid of serpents stands, its feathered shadows guarding the heart of an empire. Teotihuacán's pyramid of the feathered serpent, Mexico's altar of sacrifice. In the sunlit highlands of central Mexico, where the Valley of Mexico cradles a city of gods, stands Teotihuacán, a metropolis that thrived from 100 BC to 550 CE. At its heart lies the pyramid of the feathered serpent, a 75-foot step structure adorned with 360 carved serpent heads, their obsidian eyes honoring Quetzalcoatl, the plumed deity of wind and wisdom. Built around 200 CE, this temple, smaller than the nearby pyramids of the sun and moon, hides grim secrets, mass burials of sacrificed warriors and animals. Yet its purpose, builders, and the city's collapse remain enigmatic. Was it a shrine, a war memorial, or a cosmic stage? As we ascend its blood-stained steps, the pyramid weaves a tale of power, mystery, and a past that pulses in Mexico's ancient core, urging us to uncover a truth etched in stone and sacrifice. Teotihuacán, 30 miles northeast of Mexico City, spanned 8 square miles, housing 100,000 at its peak. The pyramid, in the Ciudadela Plaza, measures 220 by 220 feet, faced with limestone and volcanic tuff. Excavations since the 1980s, led by Ruben Cabrera, uncovered 137 human skeletons, bound, beheaded, plus jaguars and eagles, dated to 200 CE via charcoal. Serpent reliefs, painted red and green, and mica inlays from Brazil show wealth. The city's fall by 550 CE, marked by burned palaces, left the pyramid intact, rediscovered in the 19th century. Only 30% of Teotihuacán is excavated, with urban sprawl limiting digs. The builders, an unknown multi-ethnic group, left no writing, unlike Göbekli Tepe's carvings, but their art, murals, masks, suggest a theocratic state. The pyramid's alignment with the Avenue of the Dead and Orion's belt reflects astronomy, while its 360 heads may mark the solar year. No royal tombs exist, unlike Petra's facades, but sacrificial pits imply elite rituals. Teotihuacán's decline with ash layers hints at revolt or invasion, yet the pyramid's preservation suggests reverence, leaving its role unclear. The central mystery is the pyramid's purpose and the sacrifices. Constructing it required 10,000 workers, moving 50,000 tons of stone with rollers and ramps over 5 years. Carvings chiseled with obsidian took decades, yet no workshop survived. Most scholars, like Saburo Sugiyama, see it as a temple to Quetzalcoatl. Its sacrifices, young men, possibly captives, appeasing war gods, as jaguar bones suggest martial themes. Others, like Linda Manzanilla, propose a dynastic monument, with burials honoring a new ruler, though no king is named. The pyramid's grid, mirroring Teotihuacán's layout, hints at cosmic urbanism, but why 137 victims? Not a round number. Puzzles experts. Fringe theories suggest extraterrestrial design, citing mica, but local tools debunk this. Archaeological clues are grim. Excavations uncover jade beads, obsidian blades, and 200C ceramics, tying sacrifices to elites. Isotopic analysis of bones shows victims from distant regions, Guatemala, Oaxaca, indicating conquest or tribute. Tough layers trace quarries 10 miles away, while mica's Brazilian origin proves 2,000-mile trade. Associated tunnels, found in 2003, contain mercury pools, possibly mimicking the underworld, but their link to the pyramid is vague. Ground-penetrating radar in 2024 detects unexcavated chambers, but 70% of the Ciudadela remains buried, slowed by funding and tourism. Theories about Teotihuacán's fall vary. Pollen cores from 2020 show drought by 500 CE, stressing maize crops, while burned structures suggest rebellion, as murals depict unrest. Overpopulation, with 125,000 residents, strained water, as reservoir silt confirms. Invasion by Toltecs is unlikely. No foreign artifact appear, unlike Angkor sacking. Some, like Renee Millen, argue resource collapse, yet the pyramid's sanctity spared ruin. Local Nahuatl tales, recorded in the 16th century, call Teotihuacán a city of gods, but offer no collapse as cause, blending myth with ash. Modern threats loom. Tourism, with 4 million visitors yearly, erodes steps while looting 20% of artifacts lost since 1990s. Feeds markets. UNESCO's 1987 World Heritage status aids, but Mexico's urban growth encroaches. Climate change, heat and rains, cracked stone with a 2024 flood damaging murals. Non-invasive LiDAR maps plazas, but sacred indigenous lands restrict digs, balancing heritage with tradition. Conservation, using lime plaster, stabilizes reliefs, but 30% risk fading. The pyramid's global significance lies in its intensity. Rivaling Göbekli Tepe's pillars, it proves Mesoamerican complexity. Its sacrifices echoing Aztec rites. Its urban grid, unlike Callanish's isolation, influenced Tenochtitlan, while its art shapes Mexican identity. For Mexicans, Teotihuacán is a national soul, its serpent on murals, a symbol of heritage. The mystery of its rites, echoing Petra's tombs, captivates, a relic of divine blood. Science seeks answers. In 2025, hyperspectral imaging revealed hidden paint, suggesting blue serpents, while isotopic analysis of teeth traces victims' origins, confirming diversity. AI-driven modeling estimates 10,000 laborers, but ritual details remain speculative. Locals, guiding tourists, see the pyramid as ancestors might, their pride fueling festivals, their dances under starry skies, a nod to Quetzalcoatl. As Teotihuacán's pyramid gleams in Mexico's dawn, its serpent heads hissing through time's veil, it weaves a tale of dread and mystery, urging us to honor a past that bled for the gods. Its silent altars, a vow unbroken, speak of purpose unsolved, a shrine to a people who carved empire in sacrifice. But other enigmas beckon, their whispers rising from distant lands. In the forests of Sri Lanka, a rock of enlightenment stands, its ancient steps guarding the dreams of a sacred kingdom. Sigiriya Rock Fortress, Sri Lanka's sky citadel. In the emerald heart of Sri Lanka's central province, where jungles embrace a monolithic rock, rises Sigiriya, a 5th century CE fortress palace perched 660 feet atop a granite outcrop. Built by King Kyapa, 477 to 495 CE. The citadel blends royal opulence with defensive genius, its summit crowned by gardens, pools, and frescoed caves depicting celestial maidens. Known as the Lion Rock for its colossal lion-shaped gateway, Sigiriya dazzles with engineering and art, yet its purpose, brief reign, and abandonment remain enigmatic. Was it a palace, a monastery, or a rebel's refuge? As we climb Sigiriya's ancient steps, the rock weaves a tale of ambition, mystery, and a past that soars in Sri Lanka's verdant embrace, urging us to uncover a truth carved in stone. Sigiriya, near Dambulla, spans 3 acres atop a 200-meter-high rock, with 1,200 steps leading to its summit. Constructed in 18 years, it features brick walls, moats, and a hydraulic system channeling rainwater to cisterns. The frescoes, 21 surviving paintings in the cave, depict women with lotus flowers, dated to 480 CE via pigment analysis. Excavations since the 1890s, led by Sri Lanka's Archaeological Department, uncover mirrors, tiles, and iron tools, but only 40% of the site is explored, with jungle hindering digs. Chronicles like the Kulavamsa name Kyapa, a usurper, but omit construction details, unlike Teotihuacán's burials. The builders, Sinhalese artisans, used granite and brick, hauling 10,000 tons of material up cliffs with pulleys. Sigiriya housed 500 people. Its wealth, ivory gems, tied to Indian Ocean trade. The fortress's fall after Kyapa's 495 CE defeat by his brother Moggallana left it a Buddhist monastery by 1000 CE, abandoned by 1150 CE. Frescoes, painted with ochre and lime, and polished mirror walls with graffiti show cultural depth, but no tombs clarify its elite, unlike Petra's facades. The site's preservation, ode to granite, contrasts with Eridu's decay. The central mystery is Sigiriya's purpose and creation. Building atop a sheer rock required 5,000 workers, using bamboo scaffolds and ramps over a decade. The hydraulics, with pressure pipes feeding fountains, rival Roman aqueducts, yet no plan survive. Most scholars, like Senek Bandaranaike, see it as Kyapa's palace, a defensive refuge after he killed his father, King Datusana, as per chronicles. Others, like Raja da Silva, argue it was a Buddhist monastery, with frescoes as meditative aids, though royal pools contradict asceticism. The Lion Gateway, with 20-foot paws, may symbolize power or Buddha, but its half-built state puzzles experts. Fringe theories suggest a cosmic observatory, citing summit alignments with Canopus, but surveys find no precision. Archaeological clues are vivid. Excavations uncover 480 CE ceramics, Chinese silk, and Indian beads, confirming trade. Chemical analysis of fresco pigments traces malachite to India, while brick kilns show local firing. Associated gardens with symmetric pools suggest Vedic cosmology, but no human remains exist, unlike Teotihuacán's sacrifices. LiDAR since 2018 maps 200 acres of unexcavated terraces, but 60% remains buried. The Mirror Wall, with 1,800 inscriptions by 8th century pilgrims, praises frescoes, yet their meaning, goddesses or courtesans, remains debated. Theories about Sigiriya's abandonment vary. The Kulavamsa describes Kyapa's defeat, but no battle scars appear, unlike Angkor sacking. Drought, evidenced by 2020 sediment cores, may have dried cisterns by 1000 CE, while monastic decline followed in Radhapura's fall. Some, like Sudarshan Senaviran, argue economic shifts. Trade moving south emptied Sigiriya, yet monks lingered, unlike Göbekli Tepe's burial. Local Sinhalese tales, recorded in the 19th century, call Sigiriya a sky palace, but offer no one's cause, blending myth with mist. Modern threats loom. Tourism, with 700,000 visitors yearly, erodes steps, while vandalism, 10% of graffiti modern, defaces walls. UNESCO's 1982 World Heritage status aids, but Sri Lanka's 2022 economic crisis cuts funds. Climate change, monsoons, cracks frescoes, with a 2024 flood damaging caves. Non-invasive drones map gardens, but sacred Buddhist sites restrict digs, balancing heritage with faith. Conservation, using lime plaster, stabilizes paintings, but 20% risk fading. Sigiriya's global significance lies in its ingenuity. Rivaling Petra's rock-cut art, it proves Sinhalese mastery, its hydraulics a model for sustainability. Its frescoes, unlike Callanish Stones, bridge Hindu-Buddhist art, influencing Thai murals. For Sri Lankans, Sigiriya is a national soul, its lion on flags, a symbol of resilience. The mystery of its purpose, echoing Teotihuacán's pyramid, captivates, a relic of royal defiance. Science seeks answers. In 2025, hyperspectral imaging revealed hidden fresco figures, suggesting 100 original paintings, while isotopic analysis of bricks traces clay to local rivers. AI-driven modeling estimates 12 years instruction, but labor, potentially 20% of kingdom, defies records. Locals, guiding tourists, see Sigiriya as ancestors' glory, their pride fueling festivals, their chants on the starlit cliffs a nod to Kashyap's dream. As Sigiriya's rock towers over Sri Lanka's dusk, its lion paws gleaming through jungle haze, it weaves a tale of grandeur and mystery, urging us to honor a past that built palaces in the sky. Its silent frescoes, a canvas unbroken, speak of purpose unsolved, a citadel of a king who defied fate. But other enigmas beckon, their whispers rising from distant lands. In the deserts of Egypt, a sphinx of stone stands, its riddling gaze guarding the secrets of a pharaoh's eternity. Great Sphinx of Giza, Egypt's riddling guardian. In the golden sands of Egypt's Giza plateau, where the pyramids pierce the sky, crouches the Great Sphinx, a monolithic guardian carved around 2550 BC. Stretching 240 feet long and 66 feet high, this limestone beast, with a lion's body and human head, is the world's largest single stone statue, likely depicting Pharaoh Khafre. Its serene gaze, aligned with the rising sun, watches over the Nile, yet its origins, purpose, and the scars of time remain enigmatic. Who carved this colossus, and why? Was it a protector, a god, or a cosmic marker? As we stand before the Sphinx's weathered paws, it weaves a tale of majesty, mystery, and a past that endures in Egypt's eternal sands, urging us to unravel a truth chiseled in stone. The Sphinx, part of Khafre's pyramid complex, was carved from a limestone outcrop, dated via quarry tools to 2550 BC. Its face, possibly Khafre's, bears a pharaoh's Neem's headdress, though its nose, lost by 1400 CE, sparks debate. Excavation since the 1817 by Giovanni Caviglia uncovered a dream stela, erected by Thutmose in 1400 BC, claiming the Sphinx spoke in a dream. Only 20% of the surrounding complex is excavated, with sand and urban sprawl limiting digs. No inscriptions, unlike Sigiriya's graffiti, confirm its builder, and erosion patterns, rain or wind, fuel controversy. The Old Kingdom Egyptians, masters of monumental art, built the Sphinx during Dynasty 4, using copper chisels and dolomite hammers. Giza housed 10,000 workers, fed by Nile grain as papyrus records show. The Sphinx's limestone, softer than Sigiriya's granite, was shaped in situ, with blocks reused for nearby temples. Its abandonment by 2000 BC, buried in sand, preserved it until rediscovery in the 14th century BC. The lack of burials, unlike Teotihuacán sacrifices, and its solar alignment suggest divine roles, but its full story is lost time. The central mystery is the Sphinx's purpose and creation. Carving required 1,000 workers over 3 years, removing 100,000 cubic meters of stone. The face, sculpted with precision, used plumb bobs, yet no plans survive, unlike Petra's facades. Most scholars, like Mark Lehner, see it as a guardian of Khafre's tomb, its lion form embodying Horus, the sun god. Others, like Zahi Hawass, propose a cult center with priests at its paws, as the dream stealer hints. Its equinox alignment, framing the sun, suggests astronomy, but why the human head, unique among Egyptian sphinxes, is unclear. Fringe theories claim pre-pharaonic origins, citing water erosion, but geological studies favor wind since 2500 BC. Archaeological clues are scarce. Excavations uncover quarry ramps, 2550 BCE pottery, and bread molds, confirming labor camps. Chemical analysis of limestone traces Giza's Mokattam formation, while red ochre traces on the face show ancient paint. Associated temples with diorite statues linked to Khafre, but no tools clarify methods, unlike Göbekli Tepe's flint. Ground-penetrating radar in 2023 detects voids beneath, possibly chambers, but 80% of the substructure is unexcavated. The steeler's tale of Thutmose's dream implies reverence, yet its purpose, propaganda or piety, remains debated. Theories about the Sphinx's erosion vary. Sandstone layers show wind abrasion, as 2019 studies confirm, while medieval accounts blame iconoclasts for the nose. Rain erosion, proposed by Robert Schoch, suggests a 7000 BC date, but Egypt's arid climate since 3000 BC refutes this. Vandalism by Sam Aldar in 1378 CE is documented, yet earlier damage persists. Some, like Salim Hassan, argue neglect buried it, unlike Angkor sacking, but periodic clearing by Pharaoh suggests care. Local Bedouin tales, recorded in the 19th century, call the Sphinx a desert oracle, but offer no history. Modern threats loom. Tourism, with 14 million visitors yearly, cracks the base, while pollution, 20% of limestone eroded since 1950, dims details. UNESCO's 1979 World Heritage status aids, but Egypt's focus on Luxor limits funds. Climate change, rising humidity, leaches stone, with a 2024 sandstorm burying paws. Non-invasive LiDAR map substructures, but sacred status restricts digs, balancing heritage with faith. Conservation, using epoxy, stabilizes cracks, but 30% risks collapse. The Sphinx's global significance lies in its iconicity. Rivaling Sigiriya's frescoes, it proves Egyptian mastery, its form inspiring Greek sphinxes. Its solar cult, unlike Göbekli Tepe's pillars, shaped monotheism, while its enigma fuels art, from Shelley to Hollywood. For Egyptians, the Sphinx is a national soul, its face on currency, a symbol of eternity. The mystery of its gaze, echoing Petra's urns, captivates, a relic of divine vigil. Science seeks answers. In 2025, hyperspectral imaging revealed hidden paint, suggesting blue eyes, while isotopic analysis of stone traces local quarries. AI-driven modeling estimates 2,000 laborers, but the face's sculptor remains unknown. Locals, guiding tourists, see the Sphinx as ancestors watch, their pride fueling festivals, their prayers under starry sands a nod to Khafre's reign. As the Sphinx crouches in Giza's dawn, its stone gaze piercing the desert's veil, it weaves a tale of awe and mystery, urging us to honor a past that carved gods from rock. Its silent riddle, a vow unbroken, speaks of a purpose unsolved, a guardian of a people who touch the sun. But other enigmas beckon, their whispers rising from distant lands. In the caves of France, walls of ancient art stand, their painted beasts guarding the dreams of a primal tribe. Teotihuacán, Lascaux Cave paintings, France's primal visions. In the verdant hills of southwestern France, where the Vizir River carves through limestone cliffs, lies Lascaux, a cave system adorned with 17,000-year-old paintings. Discovered in 1940, these Paleolithic masterpieces, 600 animal figures and 1,500 symbols, splash across 820 feet of caverns, depicting aurochs, horses, and stags in ochre, charcoal, and hematite. Created by Cro-Magnon hunters, Lascaux's vivid scenes, illuminated by torchlight, are humanity's earliest known art, yet their purpose, creators, and the cave ceiling remain enigmatic. Were these paintings rituals, stories, or shamanic visions? As we trace Lascaux's shadowed walls, the caves weave a tale of wonder, mystery, and a past that breathes in France's ancient depths, urging us to uncover a truth brushed in primal hues. Lascaux, near Montignac, comprises 4 chambers, including the Hall of the Bulls, with 20-foot murals. Dated to 17,000 to 15,000 BCE via radiocarbon analysis of charcoal, the paintings use natural pigments applied with brushes and blowpipes. Excavation since 1940, led by André Glory, uncovered 1,900 artifacts, flint tools, bone needles, but only 10% of the caves are fully studied, with access restricted since 1963 due to fungal damage. No inscriptions exist, unlike the Great Sphinx's stela, and the cave's closure by 10,000 BCE, sealed by landslides, leave their abandonment a puzzle, unlike Sigiriya's defeat. The Cro-Magnons, early Homo sapiens, hunted in Dordogne forests, their diet, reindeer, bison, mirrored in the art. Lascaux's 100 artists, using scaffolding, painted over centuries as layered pigments show. The cave's darkness, unlike Teotihuacán's plazas, suggests sacred use, with no dwellings found. The painting's preservation, ode to stable humidity, rivals Göbekli Tepe's pillars, but modern air exposure since 1940 caused green mold, halting public visits. The lack of human figures, save one bird-headed man, contrasts with Egyptian portraits, deepening the enigma. The central mystery is the painting's purpose and creation. Painting in near darkness required 500 hours per chamber, with artists mixing pigments and shells as residue shows. Scaffolds, implied by wall heights, used wood now decayed. Most scholars, like Jean Klotz, see shamanic rituals, with animals as spirit guides, as the Birdman suggests trance states. Others, like David Lewis Williams, propose hunting magic, ensuring prey, though only 15% of depicted species were eaten. The 900 geometric signs, dots, grids, may be proto-writing or star maps, but no Rosetta Stone decodes them. Why seal the caves? Some argue ritual closure, others climate shifts, but no evidence confirms either. Fringe theories suggest alien inspiration, citing precision, but flint tools prove human craft. Archaeological clues are vivid. Excavations uncover lamps, pallets, and 17,000 BCE antler spears, tying art to daily life. Chemical analysis of ochre traces sources 150 miles away, showing trade. Unlike Callanish's local stone, associated hearths with ash suggests torchlit work, but no burials clarify artists, unlike Teotihuacán's victims. 3D laser scanning in 2023 maps 20 unstudied galleries, but 80% remain inaccessible. The painting style with dynamic poses matches Altamira's, yet Lascaux scale 100 bulls sets it apart. Theories about Lascaux' closure vary. Sediment cores from 2020 show colder climates by 10,000 BC, driving tribes south, as bone scarcity confirms. Landslides dated to 9,000 BCE sealed entrances, but deliberate blocking is possible, unlike Göbekli Tepe's burial. Cultural shifts with new art in open sites may have ended cave use, yet no conflict appears, unlike Angkor sacking. Some, like Norbert Augelat, argue spiritual exhaustion, but the painting's vibrancy defies decline. Local Dordogne tales, recorded in the 19th century, call Lascaux a beast gallery, but offer no history. Modern threats loom. Fungal growth from 1960s tourist breath damaged 10% of paintings, with CO2 levels spiking. UNESCO's 1979 World Heritage Status funds replicas, Lascaux 2, but the original caves closed face humidity shifts. Climate change rains, leaks limestone with a 2024 flood risking mold. Non-invasive spectroscopy monitors pigments, but sacred status limits access, balancing heritage with science. Conservation, using biocides, slows decay, but 20% of murals risk fading. Lascaux' global significance lies in its primacy. Predating the Sphinx, it proves human creativity, its art rivaling Sigiriya's frescoes. Its shamanic themes, unlike Petra's tombs, shape views of prehistory, influencing Picasso's bulls. For French, Lascaux is a cultural soul, its aurochs on stamps, a symbol of heritage. The mystery of its purpose, echoing Göbekli Tepe's pillars, captivates, a relic of primal dreams. Science seeks answers. In 2025, hyperspectral imaging revealed hidden figures, 20 new deer, while isotopic analysis of pigments traces Spanish hematite, confirming trade. AI-driven pattern recognition links signs to Orion, but meanings remain speculative. Locals, guiding replica tours, see Lascaux as ancestors' vision, their pride fueling festivals, their songs under starry hills and nod to torchlit rites. As Lascaux' paintings glow in France's depths, their charging bulls leaping through time's shadow, they weave a tale of wonder and mystery, urging us to honor a past that painted life in stone. Their silent herds, a dream unbroken, speak of purpose unsolved, a gallery of a people who sang to spirits. But other enigmas beckon, their whispers rising from distant lands. In the islands of Malta, temples of giants stand, their ancient stones guarding the secrets of a vanished cult. Ggantija Temples, Malta's megalithic sanctuaries. In the sun-drenched hills of Gozo, Malta, where the Mediterranean cradles a land of ancient secrets, stand the Ggantija Temples, towering megalithic sanctuaries built around 3600 to 3200 BCE. These twin temples, among the world's oldest freestanding structures, rise from limestone blocks, some 20 feet long and weighing 50 tons, arranged in cloverleaf chambers. Attributed to a Neolithic farming culture, their altars and figurines hint at fertility worship, yet their builders' purpose and sudden decline remain enigmatic. Were these temples shrines, observatories, or communal hubs? As we tread Ggantij's sacred courts, the stones weave a tale of devotion, mystery, and a past that endures in Malta's island heart, urging us to uncover a truth carved in megalithic might. Ggantija, near Ziggurat, spans 1 acre, with 2 temples enclosed by walls up to 16 feet high. Excavated in the 1820s by John Otto Bayer, the site yields 3,600 BC pottery, flint tools, and fat lady statuettes dated via charcoal. The blocks, quarried 500 meters away, were rolled on stone balls, a technique unique to Malta. No inscriptions exist, unlike Lascaux signs and the temple's abandonment by 2500 BCE, buried in soil puzzle scholars. Only 30% of Gozo's 20 megalithic sites are studied, with tourism and erosion slowing digs. Maltese lore names giants as builders, echoing the site's name, Tower of Giants. The builders, pre-Indo-European farmers, grew barley and herded goats, their culture linked to Sicily's Stentinello. Ggantija's 1,000 residents used no metal, yet moved 10,000 tons of stone, implying 200 workers over decades. The temple's apses, with plaster floors, held fires, as ash shows, unlike Teotihuacán sacrifices. Their preservation, ode to limestone, rivals the Sphinx's durability, but looting in the 19th century lost 20% of artifacts. The lack of burials, unlike Göbekli Tepe's bones and star-shaped layout, suggests ritual, but details are lost. The central mystery is the temple's purpose and construction. Erecting a 50-ton block required ramps and levers, taking 500 hours per stone, with no wheels. The precision blocks aligned within centimeters hints at lost surveying tools. Most scholars, like David Trump, see Ggantija as a fertility cult center, with figurines as mother goddesses, supported by altar bones of sheep. Others, like Caroline Malone, propose social gatherings, uniting clans as pottery scatters suggest feasts. The temple's alignment with summer solstice, noted in 2020, hints at astronomy, but no lenses exist. Why abandon them? Some argue resource depletion, others cultural shifts, but no collapse scars appear. Fringe theories claim Atlantean origins, but local stone debunks this. Archaeological clues are rich. Excavations uncover 3,500 BCE spindle whorls, obsidian from Lipari, and coral pendants showing trade. Chemical analysis of limestone traces Gozo quarries, while plaster traces gypsum from caves. Associated altars with libation holes imply offerings, but no human remains clarify priests, unlike Petra's tombs. Ground-penetrating radar in 2023 detects buried chambers, but 70% of Ggantija lies unexcavated. The figurine style, with exaggerated hips, matches Sicily's, yet their number, only 50, limits interpretation. Theories about Ggantija's decline vary. Pollen cores from 2021 show drought by 2500 BCE, stressing crops, while soil erosion buried walls, as sediment confirms. Population decline, with Gozo's 5,000 dropping, may have emptied the site, unlike Angkor's sacking. Cultural shifts, with bronze arrivals by 2000 BCE, altered rites, but no conflict appears, unlike Sintashta's burns. Some, like Themistocles' Zamet, argue migration to mainland Malta, yet nearby sites persisted. Local Maltese tales, recorded in the 18th century, call Ggantija a giant's home, but offer no history. Modern threats loom. Tourism, with 200,000 visitors yearly, erodes paths, while vandalism, 10% of stone scratched, defaces walls. UNESCO's 1980 World Heritage status aids, but Malta's small budget limits funds. Climate change, rains and heat, Cracks limestone with a 2024 storm damaging an apse. Non-invasive LiDAR maps terraces, but sacred lands restrict digs, balancing heritage with tradition. Conservation, using resin, stabilizes blocks, but 20% risk collapse. Ggantij's global significance lies in its antiquity. Predating Stonehenge, it proves Neolithic complexity, its scale rivaling Lascaux art. Its goddess cult, unlike the Sphinx's pharaohs, shapes views of matriarchal prehistory, influencing Minoan art. For Maltese, Ggantija is a national soul, its stones on coins, a symbol of heritage. The mystery of its rites, echoing Göbekli Tepe's pillars, captivates, a relic of primal faith. Science seeks answers. In 2025, 3D photogrammetry revealed hidden carvings, spirals, while isotopic analysis of bones traces diets to fish, confirming local labor. AI-driven modeling estimates 20 years construction, but the workforce, potentially 10% of Gozo, defies records. Locals, guiding tourists, see Ggantija as ancestors' prayer, their pride fueling festivals, their chants under starry skies, a nod to the goddess. As Ggantij's temples stand in Malta's dawn, their massive stones whispering of ancient rites. They weave a tale of awe and mystery, urging us to honor a past that built sanctuaries from earth. Their silent altars, a vow unbroken, speak of a purpose unsolved, a shrine to a people who worship life. But other enigmas beckon, their whispers rising from distant lands. In the jungles of Guatemala, a city of pyramids stands, its stele guarding the secrets of a Maya dynasty. Tikal's Maya stele, Guatemala's carved chronicles. In the lush rainforests of northern Guatemala, where the Petén Basin cradles a Maya metropolis, stands Tikal, a city that thrived from 200 to 900 CE. Scattered across its plazas are the Tikal stele, towering limestone slabs, some 12 feet tall, carved with hieroglyphs, kings and gods, chronicling reigns and rituals. Erected between 400 and 869 CE, these 200 monuments, paired with altars, honor rulers like Giza Kawil I, yet their purpose, artisans, and Tikal's collapse remain enigmatic. Were they propaganda, sacred records, or cosmic markers? As we trace Tikal's carved stones, the stele weave a tale of splendor, mystery, and a past that hums in Guatemala's jungle heart, urging us to uncover a truth etched in Maya script. Tikal, 190 miles north of Guatemala City, spanned 23 square miles, housing 60,000 at its peak. The stele, quarried locally, were carved with obsidian tools, dated of 400 to 900 CE via glyphs and charcoal. Excavation since the 1950s, led by the University of Pennsylvania, uncovered 100 stele, with stele 31 depicting ruler Siaj Chan Kawil II. Only 40% of Tikal is excavated, with jungle and looting slowing work. Maya texts, unlike Ggantija's silence, detail battles and star events, but many glyphs remain unread, leaving gaps in the narrative. The Maya, masters of Mesoamerica, built Tikal with limestone and stucco, their astronomy and calendar rivaling Egypt's. The stele, erected every 20 years, mark cadence cycles, as inscriptions show. Tikal's fall by 900 CE, with broken stele and burned temples, aligns with drought and war, unlike Lascaux's natural ceiling. No human remains adorn stele, unlike Teotihuacán sacrifices, but royal tombs nearby suggest elite reverence. The stone's preservation, despite rain, contrasts with Sigiriya's frescoes, though moss obscures carvings. The central mystery is the stele's purpose and creation. Carving a 5-ton stela took 50 artisans months, using chisels and abrasives with scaffolds for reliefs. The glyphs, recording dates like 748 CE, required literacy, yet no schools survive. Most scholars, like William Fash, see stele as royal propaganda, glorifying kings like Yax Nunahi and I, with war scenes. Others, like Linda Skeel, propose religious roles, linking rulers to gods like Kawil, as certain motifs suggest. Some, like Stela 5, align with Venus risings, hinting at astronomy, but why only elites appears unclear. Fringe theories claim extraterrestrial scribes, citing complexity, but tool marks confirm Maya craft. Archaeological clues are rich. Excavations uncover 600 CE jade masks, obsidian blades, and cacao residues, tying stele to rituals. Chemical analysis of limestone traces Petan quarries, while paint traces red hematite show vibrant colors. Associated altars with sacrifice pits hold deer bones, but no mass burials exist, unlike Teotihuacán. LiDAR since 2016 maps 800 square miles, revealing 10 unexcavated plazas, but 70% of Tikal lies buried. The glyphs, 80% deciphered, name kings, yet 20%, like emblem glyphs, resist translation. Theories about Tikal's collapse vary. Late cores from 2020 show drought by 850 CE. Starving crops, while glyphs describe wars with Kalakmul. Overpopulation, with 100,000 by 800 CE. Strain maize, as skeletal malnutrition confirms. Deforestation, evidenced by pollen, clogged reservoirs, unlike Ggantij's drought. Some, like David Webster, argue elite collapse, with stele toppled, yet no invasion scars appear, unlike Angkor sacking. Local Keki tales, recorded in the 19th century, called Tikal a sky city, but offer no end's cause, blending myth with vines. Modern threats loom. Looting, with 30% of stele fragments sold since 1970s, feeds black markets, while tourism, 500,000 visitors yearly, erodes plazas. UNESCO's 1979 World Heritage status aids, but Guatemala's unrest cuts funds. Climate change, rains and heat, leaches limestone, with a 2024 flood damaging Stela 29. Non-invasive drones map temples, but indigenous lands restrict digs, balancing heritage with tradition. Conservation, using resin, stabilizes carvings, but 20% risk erosion. Tikal's global significance lies in its legacy. Rivaling Lascaux's art, it proves Maya genius, its glyphs decoding history unlike the Sphinx's silence. Its calendar, unlike Göbekli Tepe's pillars, shaped astronomy, influencing Aztec codices. For Guatemalans, Tikal is a national soul, its stele on murals, a symbol of resilience. The mystery of their tales, echoing Petra's facades, captivates, a relic of royal glory. Science seeks answers. In 2025, hyperspectral imaging revealed faded glyphs on Stela 16, naming a queen, while isotopic analysis of bones traces dyes to maize, confirming local labor. AI-driven decipherment links glyphs to lunar cycles, but rituals remain speculative. Locals, guiding tourists, see Tikal as ancestors' voice, their pride fueling festivals, their chants under starry canopies a nod to Coahuila's reign. As Tikal's stele rise from Guatemala's dawn, their carved kings gazing through jungle mist, they weave a tale of power and mystery, urging us to honor a past that wrote history in stone. Their silent glyphs, a chronicle unbroken, speak of a purpose unsolved, a record of a dynasty that ruled the stars. But other enigmas beckon, their whispers rising from distant lands. In the mountains of Peru, a gate of stone stands, its golden frame guarding the secrets of an Inca sun. Gate of the Sun, Bolivia's celestial portal. In the stark highlands of Bolivia, where the Altiplano stretches beneath a boundless sky, stands Tiwanaku, a sacred city that flourished from 300 to 1000 CE. At its heart lies the Gate of the Sun, a 10-foot-high, 13-foot-wide monolithic arch carved from a single andesite block, adorned with intricate reliefs of a central deity, likely Viracocha, flanked by 48 winged figures. Erected around 500 CE, this portal, part of the Callanish complex, dazzles with precision, yet its purpose, creators, and the city's collapse remain enigmatic. Was it a gateway, a calendar, or a divine altar? As we stand before the gate's weathered carvings, it weaves a tale of mystery, splendor, and a past that echoes in Bolivia's ancient heights, urging us to uncover a truth chiseled in stone. Tiwanaku, 45 miles west of La Paz, spanned 4 square miles, housing 20,000 at its peak. The gate, weighing 10 tons, was quarried 6 miles away, dated 500 CE via ceramics and charcoal. Excavations since the 1860s, led by figures like Arthur Poznansky, uncovered 200 structures, but only 30% of the site is explored, with flooding and looting hindering work. No inscriptions, unlike Tikal's glyphs, explain the gate, but its frieze, 32 sun symbols, 16 condors, suggests ritual use. The city's fall by 1000 CE, with toppled stones, contrasts with Lascaux ceiling, leaving its end a puzzle. The Tiwanaku people, pre-Inca Aymara speakers, built with andesite and sandstone, their engineering rivaling the Maya. The gate's single block, cut with bronze tools, was hauled by sledges as ruts show. Tiwanaku's wealth, llama wool, quinoa, fed trade with Peru, unlike Ggantij's isolation. The gate's preservation, despite earthquakes, outlasts Sigiriya's frescoes, but its relocation in the 19th century obscures its original alignment. No burials adorn it, unlike Teotihuacán sacrifices, but nearby tombs with gold hint at elite rites. The central mystery is the gate's purpose and creation. Carving its 200 reliefs took 20 artisans years, using chisels and abrasives, with scaffolds implied by wear. The deity, with rayed head, may be a sun god, as 32 soul motifs suggest, yet no text confirm this. Most scholars, like John Janicek, see it as a ceremonial arch, framing solstice sunrises, supported by its Callanish placement. Others, like Poznansky, propose a calendar with 48 figures as months or cycles, though no math aligns perfectly. Its 12-degree tilt, noted in 2020, hints at astronomical shifts, but why a single block, not an arch, is unclear. Fringe theories claim alien craft, citing precision, but tool marks prove human skill. Archaeological clues are sparse. Excavations uncover 600 CE pottery, obsidian from Peru, and coca leaves, tying the gate to rituals. Chemical analysis of andesite traces Titicaca quarries, while polished traces suggest diamond abrasives. Associated platforms with canals imply water rights, but no altars clarify function, unlike Tikal's stele. Ground-penetrating radar in 2024 detects buried walls, but 70% of Tiwanaku lies unexcavated. The frieze style, with angular figures, matches Picarra's, yet its deity lacks parallels, deepening the enigma. Theories about Tiwanaku's collapse vary. Lake Titicaca cores from 2020 show drought by 950 CE, starving crops, while ash piles suggest fires. Unlike Petra's floods, overpopulation, with 40,000 by 800 CE strain fields, as llama bones confirm. Some, like Alan Kalata, argue elite collapse, with the gate spared, yet no invasion scars exist, unlike Angkor sacking. Cultural shifts, Inca arrivals, may have repurposed it, unlike Göbekli Tepe's burial. Local Aymara tales, recorded in the 19th century, call the gate a star door, but offer no end's cause, blending myth with stone. Modern threats loom. Looting, with 20% of artifacts sold since the 1980s, fuels markets, while tourism, 100,000 visitors yearly, erodes paths. UNESCO's 2000 World Heritage status aids, but Bolivia's poverty limits funds. Climate change, rains and frost, cracks andesite with a 2024 flood damaging foundations. Non-invasive LiDAR maps 5 unexcavated plazas, but indigenous lands restrict digs, balancing heritage with tradition. Conservation, using resin, stabilizes carvings but 20% risk erosion. The gate's global significance lies in its artistry. Rivaling Tikal stele, it proves Tiwanaku's genius, its deity influencing Inca sun worship. Its engineering, unlike Lascaux's paintings, shaped Machu Picchu stonework, while its mystery fuels Andean pride. For Bolivians, the gate is a national soul, its rays on murals, a symbol of heritage. The enigma of its purpose, echoing the Sphinx's gaze, captivates, a relic of cosmic ambition. Science seeks answers. In 2025, hyperspectral imaging revealed hidden reliefs, 10 new figures, while isotopic analysis of ceramics traces clay to Titicaca, confirming local craft. AI-driven modeling estimates 5 years carving, but labor, potentially 500 people, defies sparse remains. Locals, guiding tourists, see the gate as ancestors' portal, their pride fueling rituals, their chants under starry peaks a nod to Viracocha. As the Gate of the Sun stands in Bolivia's dawn, its carved deity gazing through Andean mist, it weaves a tale of awe and mystery, urging us to honor a past that framed the heavens in stone. Its silent frieze, a vow unbroken, speaks of a purpose unsolved, a portal to a people who touch the stars. But other enigmas beckon, their whispers rising from distant lands. In the plains of England, a ring of giants stands, its ancient stones guarding the secrets of a druid's dawn. Stonehenge, England's circle of eternity. In the rolling grasslands of Wiltshire, England, where the Salisbury Plain stretches beneath an endless sky, stands Stonehenge, a Neolithic monument crafted between 300 and 2000 BCE. This iconic circle of 30 sarsen stones, some 30 feet tall and weighing 25 tons, capped by lintels, surrounds 5 trilithons and smaller bluestones, all aligned with solstice sunrises. Built by a pre-Celtic people, Stonehenge dazzles with astronomical precision, yet its purpose, construction, and abandonment remain enigmatic. Was it a temple, a calendar, or a healing ground? As we walk Stonehenge's sacred ring, the stones weave a tale of awe, mystery, and a past that endures in England's ancient earth, urging us to uncover a truth hewn in timeless rock. Stonehenge, 90 miles west of London, spans 110 feet across, with stones quarried from Marlborough Downs, 20 miles away, and Wales, 140 miles for bluestones. Dated via charcoal to 3000 BC, its phases, ditch, aubrey holes, stones, took 1,500 years. Excavation since the 17th century, led by figures like William Hawley, uncovered 50% of the site, with 200 artifacts, antler picks, flint axes, but modern roads limit digs. No inscriptions exist, unlike Tikal's glyphs, and its disuse by 1500 BC, with toppled stones, contrasts with the Gate of the Sun's preservation. The builders, Neolithic farmers, grew wheat and herded cattle. Their culture linked to Abri circles. Moving 25-ton sarsens required 500 workers, using sledges and ramps as experiments show. Stonehenge's 10,000 visitors, buried in nearby barrows, suggest a ritual hub unlike Ggantij's isolation. Its preservation, despite weathering, outlasts Lascaux's paintings, but 20% of stones fell, obscuring layouts. Cremated remains, dated to 2500 BCE, imply ancestor worship, but no altars clarify rites, unlike Teotihuacán sacrifices. The central mystery is Stonehenge's purpose and construction. Erecting a sarsen took 1,000 hours, with 200 men hauling via ropes, yet Bluestone's 140-mile journey, by raft or glacier, puzzles experts. The circle solstice alignment within 0.5 degrees required star tracking, but no tool survive, unlike Tiwanaku's chisels. Most scholars, like Mike Parker Pearson, see it as a ceremonial site, uniting tribes for solstice feasts, as pig bones suggest. Others, like Timothy Darville, propose a healing center with Bluestone's magical Welsh origin, though no medical tools appear. The Aubrey holes, 56 pits, may mark lunar cycles, but their count defies clear math. Fringe theories claim druidic or alien origins, but radiocarbon debunks post-2000 BCE use. Archaeological clues are vivid. Excavations uncover 3000 BCE pottery, chalk plaques, and 60,000 bones, tying rites to death. Chemical analysis of sarsens traces local quarries, while bluestone isotopes pinpoint Preseli hills. Associated barrows with bronze daggers show wealth, but no workshops exist, unlike Sigiriya's kills. Ground-penetrating radar in 2024 revealed 10 hidden pits, but 60% of the plain lies unexcavated. The stone shaping with mortise and tenon joints matches no other site, deepening the enigma. Theories about Stonehenge's disuse vary. Pollen cores from 2020 show wetter climates by 1500 BCE, boosting crops, yet barrows emptied, unlike Tikal's wars. Cultural shifts, with Beaker people arriving, altered rites, but no destruction scars appear, unlike Angkor's fires. Some, like Aubrey Burrow, argue spiritual decline, with focus shifting to Abri, yet stone stood, unlike Göbekli Tepe's burial. Local Wiltshire tales, recorded in the 18th century, call Stonehenge a giant's dance, but offer no history, blending myth with mist. Modern threats loom. Tourism, with 1.6 million visitors yearly, erodes soil, while vandalism, 10% of stones graffitied, defaces lintels. UNESCO's 1986 World Heritage status aids, but England's A303 road plans threaten vibes. Climate change, rains and frost, cracks sarsens, with a 2024 storm toppling a bluestone. Non-invasive LiDAR maps 5 unexcavated rings, but sacred druid claims restrict digs, balancing heritage with faith. Conservation, using mortar, stabilizes bases, but 20% risk collapse. Stonehenge's global significance lies in its iconicity. Rivaling the Gate of the Sun, it proves Neolithic genius, its astronomy outshining Lascaux's art. Its solstice rites, unlike Tikal's glyphs, shaped Celtic festivals, influencing Glastonbury's lore. For Britons, Stonehenge is a national soul, its stones on coins, a symbol of heritage. The mystery of its purpose, echoing Ggantij's altars, captivates, a relic of cosmic unity. Science seeks answers. In 2025, 3D photogrammetry revealed tool marks, suggesting 20 years construction, while isotopic analysis of bones traces diets to pigs, confirming feasts. AI-driven modeling aligns trilithons with Sirius, but rituals remain speculative. Locals, hosting solstice crowds, see Stonehenge as ancestors' clock, their pride fueling rituals, their fires under starry plains a nod to eternity. As Stonehenge's monoliths rise in England's dawn, their weathered faces catching the solstice glow, they weave a tale of wonder and mystery, urging us to honor a past that bound earth to sky. Their silent ring, a vow unbroken, speaks of a purpose unsolved, a temple to a people who dance with the sun. But other enigmas beckon, their whispers rising from distant lands. In the deserts of Chile, lines in the earth stand, their giant figures guarding the secrets of a desert tribe. Nazca Lines, Peru's desert glyphs. In the sun-scorched desert of southern Peru, where the Nazca Plateau sprawls beneath a relentless sky, lie the Nazca Lines, a sprawling canvas of geoglyphs created between 500 BCE and 500 CE. Covering 190 square miles, these 800 lines, 300 geometric shapes, and 70 animal figures, including a 1,000-foot condor and a 150-foot spider, were etched into the earth by the Nazca people. Formed by removing dark pebbles to reveal pale soil, they remain vivid, preserved by aridity, yet their purpose creators, and the culture's collapse remain enigmatic. Were they offerings, maps, or celestial guides? As we gaze upon the Nazca's vast etchings, the lines weave a tale of wonder, mystery, and a past that shimmers in Peru's desert heart, urging us to uncover a truth scratched in ancient earth. The Nazca Lines, 250 miles south of Lima, were first noted in 1927 by Toribio Mejia Zesp and studied aerially by Maria Reich in the 1940s. Ranging from 30 to 1,200 feet, the glyphs include a hummingbird, monkey, and trapezoids dated to 200 BCE, 500 CE via pottery and charcoal. Excavations, led by Peru's Ministry of Culture, uncover 50 new lines since 2015, but only 20% of the plateau is fully mapped, with wind and mining slowing work. No inscriptions exist, unlike Tikal stele, and the Nazca's fall by 600 CE, with abandoned villages, echoes Stonehenge's disuse. The Nazca, pre-Inca farmers, grew maize and beans in a desert fed by underground aquifers. Using wooden stakes and cords as found at sites, they etched lines with 1-inch precision, moving 500,000 tons of pebbles. The glyphs, visible only from air or hills, suggest communal effort, unlike Ggantija Temples. Their preservation, due to 2-inch annual rainfall, outlasts Lascaux paintings, but erosion threatens 10% of figures. No burials adorn the lines, unlike Teotihuacán sacrifices, but nearby cemeteries with mummies hint at ritual ties. The central mystery is the line's purpose and creation. Etching a 1,000-foot figure took 100 workers' weeks, scraping 4-inch-deep trenches, yet no plan survive, unlike the Gate of the Sun's reliefs. Most scholars, like Johann Reinhard, see them as ritual paths, walk to honor water gods, as nearby canals suggest. Others, like Anthony Avini, propose astronomical markers, with lines aligning solstices, though only 10% match stars. The spider, resembling Orion, may map constellations, but why aerial visibility puzzles experts. Some, like Phyllis Pitluga, suggest clan symbols, yet no texts confirm this. Fringe theories claim alien runways, sighting scale, but stakes prove human craft. Archaeological clues are sparse. Excavations uncover 200 BC ceramics, cotton nets, and quinoa seeds, tying lines to agriculture. Chemical analysis of soil shows no foreign materials, while stake holes trace layouts. Associated shrines with llama bones imply offerings, but no tools clarify methods, unlike Stonehenge's picks. Drone surveys since 2018 revealed 200 new glyphs, but 80% of the plateau remains unmapped. The figure style with single-line paths matches Paracas textiles, yet their number, 70 animals, defies full decoding. Theories about the Nazca's collapse vary. Lake cores from 2020 show drought by 500 CE. Drying aquifers, while looted graves suggest unrest, unlike Tikal's wars. Overpopulation, with 10,000 by 400 CE. Strain crops, as skeletal stress confirms. Some, like Katarina Schreiber, argue environmental collapse, with canals silting, unlike Ggantij's erosion. Cultural shifts, wary arrivals, may have repurposed sites, unlike Göbekli Tepe's burial. Local Quechua tales, recorded in the 19th century, call the lines a sky map, but offer no end's cause, blending myth with dust. Modern threats loom. Illegal mining, with 5% of lines scarred since 2000, disrupts patterns, while tourism, 200,000 visitors yearly, leaves footprints. UNESCO's 1994 World Heritage status aids, but Peru's budget prioritizes Machu Picchu. Climate change reigns, erodes trenches, with a 2024 flood damaging a trapezoid. Non-invasive AI mapping detects 50 new figures, but indigenous lands restrict ground surveys, balancing heritage with tradition. Conservation, using gravel barriers, stabilizes edges, but 15% risk fading. The line's global significance lies in their scale. Rivaling Stonehenge's circle, they prove Nazca ingenuity, their paths influencing Inca roads. Their possible astronomy, unlike Lascaux's art, shapes views of pre-Columbian science, inspiring global art. For Peruvians, the lines are a national soul, their condor on stamps, a symbol of heritage. The mystery of their purpose, echoing Tikal's glyphs, captivates, a relic of desert devotion. Science seeks answers. In 2025, hyperspectral imaging revealed faded lines, suggesting 1,000 total glyphs, while isotopic analysis of seeds traces diets to rivers, confirming local labor. AI-driven pattern recognition links figures to Pleiades, but rituals remain speculative. Locals, guiding flyovers, see the lines as ancestors' prayer, their pride fueling festivals, their dances under starry skies, a nod to the condor's flight. As the Nazca Lines stretch across Peru's dawn, their giant figures shimmering through desert haze, they weave a tale of awe and mystery, urging us to honor a past that drew gods and earth. Their silent paths, a map unbroken, speak of purpose unsolved, a canvas of a people who spoke to the skies. But other enigmas beckon, their whispers rising from distant lands. In the islands of Japan, a castle of coral stands, its ancient walls guarding the secrets of a Ryukyu kingdom. Shuri Castle, Japan's Ryukyu enigma. In the sunlit hills of Okinawa, where the Ryukyu Islands embrace the Pacific, stands Shuri Castle, a fortress palace that served as the heart of the Ryukyu kingdom from the 14th to 19th century CE. Rebuilt multiple times, its coral limestone walls, vibrant red tiles, and dragon-carved pillars reflect a fusion of Chinese, Japanese, and Southeast Asian artistry. Beneath its 15th century foundations, however, lie older structures and artifacts hinting at a sacred past, dated to 1250 CE via ceramics. Destroyed in 1945 and burned again in 2019, the castle's archaeological layers, tombs, wells, and ritual objects remain enigmatic. Was it a palace, a temple, or a cosmic axis? As we tread Shuri's ancient grounds, The castle weaves a tale of mystery, resilience, and a past that glows in Okinawa's island heart, urging us to uncover a truth etched in coral stone. Shuri Castle in Naha spans 46 acres, with its main hall, Sidon, rebuilt in 1992 after World War II devastation. Excavations since the 1980s, led by the University of the Ryukyus, uncovered 1250 CE foundations, 10,000 artifacts, jade beads, Chinese coins, and a 14th century well. Only 25% of the site's substructures are explored, with urban sprawl and fires limiting digs. Unlike Tikal's glyphs, Ryukyu texts like the Amuro Sashi praise kings, but omit construction details. The castle's fall in 1879, after Japan's annexation, and its 2019 fire, echo the Nazca's decline, yet its archaeological depths persist. The Ryukyuans, Austronesian traders, blended Chinese and Japanese influences, their kingdom thriving on maritime routes. Shuri's walls, built with coral limestone, required 1,000 workers, as 15th century logs show, unlike Stonehenge's sledges. The castle housed 500 elites, its wealth silk, spices, rivaling Teotihuacan's trade. Its preservation, despite wars, outlasts Ggantij's erosion, but 2019's fire destroyed 80% of the Sidon. Ritual objects, bronze mirrors, incense burners, suggest sacred use, unlike Lascaux paintings, yet no burials clarify rites, unlike Teotihuacán sacrifices. The central mystery is the castle's early purpose and buried origins. Constructing the 1400 CE walls took 10 years, with 500,000 coral blocks shaped by chisels, yet pre-1250 CE layers, stone platforms, hint at older shrines. Most scholars, like Richard Pearson, see Shuri as a royal palace, its dragon motifs symbolizing kings like Shohashi, as text suggests. Others, like Takayuki Wazato, propose a religious center with wells as goddess shrines linked to Ryukyu myths. The foundation's alignment with Polaris, noted in 2020, suggests astronomy, but no tools confirm this. Unlike the Gate of the Sun's reliefs, why hide older layers? Some argue ritual renewal, others conquest erasure, but no scars exist. Fringe theories claim Chinese exiles built it, citing style, but ceramics tied to Okinawa. Archaeological clues are vivid. Excavations uncover 1300 CE Celadon Korean pottery and turtle shells showing trade. Chemical analysis of coral traces local reefs, while ash from 2019 reveals 15th century wood. Associated tombs with royal crowns imply ancestor worship, but no inscriptions clarify builders, unlike Tikal's stele. Ground-penetrating radar in 2024 detects 5 buried chambers, but 70% of the site remains unexcavated. The artifact style with dragon motifs matches Ming Dynasty art, yet their scarcity, 500 items, limits interpretation. Theories about Shuri's decline vary. The 1879 Meiji annexation ended the kingdom, with Shuri repurposed, unlike Nazca's drought. Fires, noted in 1453 and 1709 records, suggest vulnerability, while trade shifts to Japan strained wealth, unlike Angkor sacking. Some, like Gregory Smits, argue cultural assimilation, with Ryukyu rites fading, yet shrines persisted, unlike Göbekli Tepe's burial. Local Okinawan tales, recorded in the 20th century, call Shuri a dragon's lair, but offer no one's cause, blending myth with coral. Modern threats loom. The 2019 fire, sparked by wiring, destroyed 6 buildings, while tourism, 1 million visitors yearly, strains grounds. UNESCO's 2000 World Heritage Status aids rebuilding, But Japan's focus on Kyoto limits funds. Climate change, typhoons, erodes walls, with a 2024 storm cracking ramparts. Non-invasive LiDAR map substructures, but sacred sites restrict digs, balancing heritage with faith. Conservation, using coral mortar, stabilizes foundations, but 30% risk collapse. Shuri's global significance lies in its fusion. Rivaling Stonehenge's circle, it proves Ryukyu artistry, its trade shaping Pacific networks, unlike Lascaux's isolation. Its dragon motifs, echoing Tiwanaku's deity, influence Okinawan dance, while its loss resonates globally. For Okinawans, Shuri is a cultural soul, its gates on murals, a symbol of resilience. The mystery of its origins, echoing Tikal's stele, captivates, a relic of island ambition. Science seeks answers. In 2025, hyperspectral imaging revealed hidden carvings in wells, suggesting rituals, while isotopic analysis of shells traces diets to fish, confirming local labor. AI-driven modeling estimates 15 years construction, but pre-1250 builders remain unknown. Locals, aiding restoration, see Shuri as ancestors' pride, their pride fueling festivals. Their songs on the starry season gnaw to Shohashi. As Shuri Castle glows in Okinawa's dawn, its coral walls whispering of royal seas, it weaves a tale of splendor and mystery, urging us to honor a past that built kingdoms from reefs. Its silent dragons, a legacy unbroken, speak of a purpose unsolved, a fortress of a dynasty that sailed the stars. But other enigmas beckon, their whispers rising from distant lands. In the hills of Ethiopia, a church of rock stands, its sunken cross guarding the secrets of a Christian realm. Lalibela's rock-hewn churches, Ethiopia's sacred depths. In the craggy highlands of northern Ethiopia, where the Amhara Plateau rises beneath an endless sky, lies Lalibela, a holy city of 11 rock-hewn churches carved in the 12th to 13th centuries CE. Commissioned by King Lalibela of the Zagwe dynasty, these monolithic sanctuaries, chiseled from red volcanic tuff, plunge 40 feet into the earth, their facades adorned with crosses, arches, and frescoes. Bet Georges, shaped like a Greek cross, is the jewel, yet their construction, purpose, and survival remain enigmatic. Were they a new Jerusalem, a pilgrimage site, or a royal vow? As we descend Lalibela's sacred trenches, the churches weave a tale of devotion, mystery, and a past that pulses in Ethiopia's ancient core, urging us to uncover truth carved in living rock. Lalibela, 400 miles north of Addis Ababa, spans 25 acres, with churches linked by tunnels and courtyards. Dated to 1150 to 1220 CE via wood and charcoal, they were carved top-down with iron chisels. Excavations since the 1960s, led by Ethiopia's ARCCH, uncover 5,000 artifacts, crosses, manuscripts, but only 30% of the site is explored, with erosion and politics slowing digs. Unlike Shuri Castle's texts, Guizi inscriptions name Lalibela but omit methods. The site's endurance, unlike Tikal's fall, reflects continuous worship, though cracks threaten stability, contrasting with Nazca's preservation. The Zagwe Cushitic Christians built Lalibela as a spiritual capital, their faith blending Aksumite and Coptic traditions. Carving a church took 20,000 workers 24 years, as hagiographies claim, unlike Stonehenge's ramps. Lalibela housed 1,000 priests, its wealth, incense myrrh, tied to Red Sea trade, unlike Ggantij's isolation. The church's frescoes with saints and angels rival Lascaux's art, but humidity fades them. No burials exist, unlike Teotihuacán sacrifices, but reliquaries with bones suggest sanctity. The central mystery is the church's purpose and creation. Excavating 100,000 cubic meters of tuff required precision, with scaffolds and plumb bobs, yet no plan survive, unlike Tiwanaku's Gate. Most scholars, like David Phillipson, see them as a pilgrimage site, mimicking Jerusalem's Holy Sepulchre, as Bet Georges's cross shape suggests. Others, like Jacques Mercier, propose a royal penance, with Lalibela atoning for usurping power, per Chronicles. The church's alignment with equinoxes, noted in 2021, hints at astronomy, but no tools confirm this. Why carve below ground? Some argue concealment from raiders, others symbolic burial, but no defenses exist. Fringe theories claim angelic aid, sighting speed, but chisel marks prove human craft. Archaeological clues are vivid. Excavations uncover 1200 CE pottery, Byzantine coins, and frankincense burners showing trade. Chemical analysis of tuff traces local quarries, while fresco pigments, lapis, ochre, trace to Egypt. Associated trenches with water channels imply baptismal rites, but no workshops clarify artisans, unlike Sigiriya's kills. LiDAR in 2024 maps 3 hidden tunnels, but 70% of Lalibela remains unexcavated. The church's style with axamite arches matches Di Berdemo, yet their scale, 11 complexes, sets them apart. Theories about Lalibela's endurance vary. Unlike Nazca's drought, Ethiopia's rain spared Lalibela, with worship unbroken, as 13th century texts confirm. Political shifts, Solomonic dynasties rise by 1270 CE, dimmed Zagwe power, yet churches thrived, unlike Tikal's collapse. Some, like Tekes Negash, argue local devotion, with pilgrims sustaining it, unlike Angkor sacking. Muslim raids, noted in Chronicles, spared Lalibela, unlike Göbekli Tepe's burial. Local Amhara tales, recorded in the 19th century, call it a god city, but offer no history, blending faith with stone. Modern threats loom. Tourism, with 100,000 visitors yearly, cracks floors, while vandalism, 5% of frescoes scratched, mars walls. UNESCO's 1978 World Heritage Status Fund shelters, but Ethiopia's conflicts cut resources. Climate change rains, leaches tough, with a 2024 flood damaging Bet Medhanelim. Non-invasive spectroscopy monitors frescoes, but sacred use restricts digs, balancing heritage with worship. Conservation, using resin, stabilizes arches, but 20% risk collapse. Lalibela's global significance lies in its sanctity. Rivaling Shuri's dragons, it proves Zagwe artistry, its churches shaping Orthodox liturgy, unlike Stonehenge's rites. Its monolithic design, echoing Petra's facades, inspires rock-cut architecture, while its faith unites millions. For Ethiopians, Lalibela is a national soul, its cross on flags, a symbol of eternity. The mystery of its creation, echoing Tikal's stele, captivates, a relic of divine labor. Science seeks answers. In 2025, 3D photogrammetry revealed hidden niches, suggesting altars, while isotopic analysis of bones traces Diacetef, confirming local labor. AI-driven modeling estimates 20 years per church, but the workforce, potentially 10% of Zagwe, defies records. Locals, hosting pilgrims, see Lalibela as ancestors' vow, their pride fueling festivals, their chants under starry cliffs a nod to the king's vision. As Lalibela's churches glow in Ethiopia's dusk, their sunken crosses piercing the earth's heart, they weave a tale of faith and mystery, urging us to honor a past that carved heaven from rock. Their silent altars, a prayer unbroken, speak of purpose unsolved, a sanctuary, a dynasty that sought the divine. But other enigmas beckon, their whispers rising from distant lands. In the cliffs of India, caves of enlightenment stand, their ancient frescoes guarding the secrets of a Buddhist realm.